Okay, this is my mum. She's just celebrated her 90th birthday. She was born in 1926. So she'd have been 14 when the war started, is that right? 14?
I thought I was, well, that.
Yeah, 13.
I just turned, because it come out, the 3rd of September was the date the war started.
Okay.
My birthday, or 14, I think, in the 7th.
Okay. And when you were at school, you went to a primary school, Alfred Street Primary School. What can you remember when the war was on? What was it like being in the school?
Well, we used to have to go to school. We had what do you call it? We had to practice going to the shelters they were in the playground. They had some shelters, and we used to have to practice that. They used to do a mock practice in case the sirens went. And one day the sirens did go, and the plane went over Alfred Street School, and it bombed the factory before it got there, and it bombed the school. In the bottom class of our school, some of the children died, and it was where there used to be a dentist at a place upstairs, and it went right through the dentist to the classroom below. So there were young children that were died, and quite a few died there, and there was some injured. They brought us up to in our classroom, that school, because I was in the top class at that time, and then we had to sit and wait until our parents came to pick us up. And my dad came and picked me up from school because everybody was upset about what had happened. Then we didn't go to school for 2 or 3 weeks. We went to another school. Some went up to the Windmill Club and had a class up there, and some went to the Moor Road Infant School and had a room there. And I went to the Moor Road School, right?
Okay. And so you weren't actually in the class?
I wasn't in the class. I was in the top class, and this was in one.
But just the other part of the school?
Just down the bottom of the stairs in the part of the school when it was bombed.
So when you went back to school, had they managed to rebuild it, or did you have to work around it?
Well, when we went back to school, actually, that classroom was closed, and they moved them up into another classroom in the hall. They had a classroom in the hall. Okay. And that's where they went until it was redone.
Okay. What do you remember about when you were playing? When you were playing as a child, maybe when you were at home? Did you have a shelter at home, or?
No, we didn't have a shelter, but I lived in Washbrook Road, and the factory at the back had an air raid shelter, and we were supposed to use that if we wanted to. But me being a little bit stubborn, I didn't want to get out of my bed and go around in the air raid shelter. So I didn't go. I used to say, if I'm going to die, I'll die in bed.
Okay.
And but a lot of people use that shelter.
Yeah.
But Rushden wasn't really. It was bombed, but fortunately, I wasn't at Rushden when it was bombed. I was in Luton at my uncle's on holiday, and the bombers dropped up Robert Street, and it killed a family in a house up there. And when it came over and bombed Alfred Street School, it come across Rushden, and it went from the Victoria Hotel to Bates's fish shop, then to the factory, and then to the school. Then it released its bombs as it were going out the other side of Skinner's Hill in Rushden, and it were being chased, I think. That's why it had to drop its bombs. Okay. That's what I remember.
Okay. All right, what was it like buying food? What do you remember that you had for your dinners, that sort of thing?
Well, we had ration books them days, and we had a small amount of sugar a week, and butter, and lard, and bacon. When the butchers, Saxby's, the butchers in the High Street, we knew they were going to have some offering, like liver or sausage. You had to queue up if you wanted to get down there to get some of that. Okay. That weren't on the ration.
Okay. What about fruit?
Well, fruit didn't come into the country a lot, not oranges and bananas. They sort of stopped coming in. So we just had to get the local fruit, plums and apples and them sort of food.
That people grew themselves?
Mm.
That people grew themselves?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. What about sweets?
Well, we had a sweet ration. We were allowed so many sweets ration a week, but fortunately, we used to know two men who kept sweet shops. One was right at the top of Queen Street, one was in Station Road. And if we went in there and spoke nice to them, they'd let us have a fill off the ration. So we got away with that. And also I knew an elderly gentleman who lived in Dean, and he used to give me his coupons as well. So I never went short of my sweets.
So what, you had coupons, you had to go to the shop and take coupons?
A ration book, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Anything else you want to share?
Well, what else can... Only that